I'd like to thank Governor Edwards. I know you're very busy and you have a demanding schedule, but you came to visit my class in the spring of 2015 as a candidate. Yeah. And so you're making good on your promise to return as governor. So I know there's at least one or two of my students from that class here tonight. So thank you for making the time. When I initially contacted the governor for this interview, I asked if I could video an interview of the governor to share with my class. I didn't share at that time with the governor that my class, I'm teaching online this semester, so it would have been tough, but the governor generously offered to come and be videoed and interviewed live in front of you. So this is particularly on behalf of my class who have shown up in person today on the front row. We thank you very much. I'd like to thank Dr. Niccolo and the administration for coordinating the many moving parts that I didn't really realize there were when a governor comes to visit.
It's a little different now?
Including water service, which, you know, I never knew the term before, but you know, there is such a thing. I'd like to thank the faculty and the staff of the Political Science Department for taking part in the preparation for this as well, and the TAs that have been involved. And I'd particularly like to thank Sutherland Media for videoing this interview. Dylan Turner, thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew. We appreciate you. So let's get on to the interview.
Okay.
Mr. Governor. You know, we heard a little bit from Dr. Niccolo about your background, your bio. One of the things that he didn't mention was that your Edwards family is in the Louisiana Political Hall of Fame. Can you tell us a little bit about your family and, you know, when you got involved in politics and your interests?
Well, the Hall of Fame inducts individuals each year, but they also induct a family each year. And a couple of years ago, and in fact, it was while my dad was literally on his deathbed with pneumonia, we were inducted as a family, and it was a great honor for us. But it was really more than just my dad, myself, my brother Daniel, who happens to be sheriff. They look back at 7 consecutive generations of elected office holders, going back to another Daniel Edwards, who actually served with Andrew Jackson in the Battle of New Orleans, went back to present-day St. Tammany Parish on the Chifuncto River, and started whatever it is that we have in our family in terms of being drawn to elective office. And so, but with the last 4 generations, starting with my great-grandfather, then my grandfather, my dad, and now my brother, being sheriffs of Tanfield Parish. And at the time we were put into the Political Hall of Fame, obviously I was a state representative. I wasn't governor. And by the way, I have a sister-in-law right now who is a juvenile judge, and a brother who is elected as the chief of police in the town of Independence. And so, for all of that, they decided to put us in the Hall of Fame, which was a great honor. Meant an awful lot to my dad, and he actually had to watch from his hospital bed by Skype. We had to explain to him what Skype was, but it was a great honor for us.
So, very interesting childhood. So from the time you were born to today, you have been involved and around and aware of Louisiana politics.
Yeah, well, my dad was a sheriff from 1968 to 1980. So while the whole time I was a child, and so having a father who was involved in politics, and of course every 4 years going through the campaign there, but he always picked people that he was going to support in different races, whether it was a presidential race, or U.S. Senate race, or governor's race, whatever, on down to school board members. And so we were always involved, and it's interesting to us, it's fascinating to us, and so yeah, we sort of cut our teeth on it.